Hey everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where we continue with our Fiscmas special series. Yay, we're back. We're celebrating Fiscmas. We're still doing stuff, and we are moving on. So today's plan is just, let's get caught up on our calendar. So I haven't done anything on the calendar, so we got 7 days worth to pull away, and move on to the next tiers in our Christmas village. And let's get to work. So let's just start off here and dive right into our Fiscmas. So let's see, what day am I on? 7, I think. So there's 5, there's 6. That was still a bloody good one to hide. Where is number 7? Are you number 7? You are a number 7. Oh, look, parachute. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I got a parachute. Let's see. We got a 10. Well, we're going to need to 10 at some point. I have unlocked the Fiscmas hat. Yay!
By equipping this new hat at the lockers in the hub, you can finally turn your mental state into a fashion statement.
Okay, Ada. Can you go? There. All right, I see 8 back here, so we'll grab that.
This data cartridge enables the third pair of Fiscmas Mantry branches to be unlocked. There is a chance you are doing this because you enjoy the seasonal event for some reason. There is also a chance you are simply doing this to annoy me. I wish for you to know that, in either case, you have disappointed me.
That doesn't seem like it's a real stretch, to be honest. I pretty much got the whole vibe that she's perpetually disappointed. There's number 9. We got some goo here. Come on, let's... Oh, I'm out of space. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go clear up some space here, so let's go do that. And I got a couple of slugs on here that we can ditch. Where did I see you? There you are. We can lose these. Honestly, can get rid of all of this stuff here. Let's get rid of that. It seems sacrilegious to throw away radio control units, but I do not need that many of them, and I'm making lots of them, so why not? All right, that should give me some more room. Let's finish getting our stuff. Okay, where was I? We were on 9. Thank you for the flashing light. That makes my life easier. I see 11 sitting right here while we're here. Packaged rocket fuel. Ooh. Oh, fast. So we got 11, 8, 9. I did 10, 11, need 12 now. Happy Mr. 12. Where is Happy Mr. 12? I'm seeing every other day except the one that I want, which is, of course, because there's the 24, there's a 15. How about number 12? There's a 19, there's a 20, and a 20. No, I'm you know what? Okay. Come on, get back in there. Thank you. Let's... Oh, for Pete's sakes. Here we go. Where does he... Oh. Oh, wow, that's a tough one. Ooh. And... got a music tape. Cool. Just need a boombox to put it in. All right, so that takes care of the Fiscmas calendar. So our little advent calendar here. So let's head back to the village. If I can get out the damn door. Maybe I'll go collect up some of these littering gifts. Oh, I should probably also turn on the hover pack. So we get that one. Get that one, and that one, and any more trails? Yep, there we go. Another one down here. That one made it all the way down to the grass. There is no wall here. So much work. Oh yeah, we probably do this, and just out of general principle of hating these, let's lose the farty rocks and then go explore a cave. And make sure I'm out of blast radius, and go! You go bye-bye too. I thought there was a cave down here. Am I hallucinating? Yeah, there it is. A little sneaky sneak. Right? Is it? Huh. Oh, I guess you don't actually go anywhere. Okay, no, never mind. All that exploding for nothing. Yeah, it's no such thing as exploding for nothing. The explosions themselves are the reward. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get back to the Christmas village and get on to, I think, yes, we're going to be making now the red ornament and blue ornaments. Let's make sure I change lanes here. There we go. And race away. Of course, I got sleep. Got that stupid song stuck in my head now. That's not a stupid song. I mean, I picked it, so how can it be a stupid song? But I got the song stuck in my head, is what I'm saying. All right, another stop. Alrighty, here we come back into the elevator. I don't know, what do we call this? Not really the Citadel, is it? No, I don't remember what I'm calling that, but yep, we're getting close. Oh, I do not want to be taking this path. Stop. Go back. What am I doing? I have yet to set up a hypertube connection between the Christmas village and this location. One of many things that will need to be done. And as I'm kind of leaving here, I'm thinking I found a much better way of breaking off my trains to get over there. See, buddy? Is instead of me interrupting the line over there, I think what all I need to do is just put a branch off of here, and then I can get through to there. Okay, so future plans. Again, not sure why I ended up with a jetpack. I got a parachute. Really? You don't say. Tree. Okay. Okay, so things that also need to be done is at some point I am going to want to extend out the circle. I think I'm gonna have to, so we got a nice little sample there, but all right. Let's get our hover pack back on and figure out what we need to do. So what we got going on in here is, here we have our Fiscmas tree branches, which we're going to need. Weird hand thing. Then we have our candy canes. And we have our Fiscmas bows. Cool. So we need to set up now for our red and our blue. And how are we going to do that? Let's see here. Let's grab a wall, which will go, how tight can I get in there? I can get really pretty close, but, you know, don't want encroaching too much on the neighbors. And then we can go like that, and like that. And we'll go around the corner here. Like that. And then if we come in, there we go. And then we can go in like that. And we make this work. I don't want to curve the wall back over here. I think I'm going to go with a nice straight bit here. So we'll grab our beam, go to freestyle, and drop that in right about there. And I can take my wall and just drop you right down there. Again, loving the vertical nudge. And there we go. And we'll finish out the wall. Now, let's hopefully that has given me enough space. Actually, what I can do to help is grab a block. Oops. Going down like that. Grab another one over here and put up a wall section there. I might push this wall back a little bit more. How many of these each do I need? Okay, let's get some machines here. Giant fix machine, candy cane. We need a constructor. So I can get one, two, three. Maybe start down here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you are not what is needed. Oh, you are assemblers, aren't you? That's what you're supposed to be. Which is going to change everything. No, what the hell? Have I not unlocked them yet? Yeah, of course I've unlocked them, right? Okay, well, what are you guys getting made of? So what is this? Or... Nah. Yeah, here we go. Red Fiscmas ornament is produced in a smelter. Of course it's produced in a smelter. Why would it not be produced in anything else but a smelter? What was I thinking? Okay, well, that actually works a little bit in our favor, because smelters are smaller. They fit in tight spaces much better. Tight spaces like there. And I'm using the other keyboard right here. Can I make it that tight? I think I can get away with this. So let's see if I can get 4 on the side. We'll go one there. And Put one there. Come around to this side now, and we can get one there. One there. And it looks like I can put another pair on each side here. And we can now try that again because, you know, dumb. There we go. That's better. Let's actually have them facing each other. Right. So let's get rid of all these guys here because all wrong. Actually, before I do that, let's make these guys the red side. So go Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, and then we can come over to here. And change you up to the blue. There we go. And now you're a blue ingot. And then we have one of you here. One of you here. One of you's there. And there. Und. The last one there. Now, theoretically, should be able to get a merger in between all these guys here and still have lots of space for the inputs. I'm going to replace these walls here with windows and stuff. I just wanted to kind of draw it out. Let's make sure you're all doing blue. Yeah, you are. Okay. There. That means at this point, James Mason's gonna come in and he's going to do some things like these. So we're gonna put these guys in. We'll do all the kind of mixing underneath. So what my goal here is to get my Fiscmas gift tree up and running so I don't have to run around collecting. Ooh, that's tight. We'll have to do something about that. Collecting Christmas, the Fiscmas presents. Stop calling them the other one. It's Fiscmas. PM, trademark, everything like that. All right, so those are all the inputs for the Fiscmas gifts. Let's just put in some Mark 3s here, and we'll get these in like so. And let's get these guys in like so. And there we go. And then we enter there. And into there. All right. Lovely. Let's give it a little bit of extension around the whole perimeter here, because I have plans for what's going to happen out here. Because I've been thinking over the course of the week that I really do want to have my little kind of, you know, the traditional train set running around the tree. I mean, it was never a tradition in my home. Mostly because I come from German immigrant parents, which means we celebrated Christmas on the 24th, not the 25th. So the whole raft of other kind of different traditions, and you know, the train set was never part of ours. But you know, it's kind of the almost stereotypical when you look at the Christmas tree setups. You know, the movie Christmas Story and just Facebook, people post there's always that little train that's running around because there's a super fascination with trains. They just really kind of give you that old school feeling. You know, like the North Pole Express or whatever that Polar Express, that's it. The Zemeckis Tom Hanks Uncanny Valley bonanza that was the Polar Express. I just literally just did that, and I thought I'd do it again just for shits and giggles. Maybe I should start using Zoop here. All right, so again, just trying to pull this out here because I think I know how I'm going to do my choo-choo. The reason I'm doing the choo-choo in first, good morning, Lee, and how are you today? Okay, so let's get that over here. So I kind of want to give myself an idea of where the track's gonna run. Kind of falsely hem myself in for a little bit. And then we come in with that and that. And there we go, and there we go. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, the tedium of going around in circles. Yeah, you can hang out there for a minute. All he is can hang out there for a minute. I mean, I actually should, you know, I should get the... Okay, squirreling. I really should get these ornaments going before I do anything else. So let's try to stick with one job for a little bit because, you know, they can make the ornaments whilst I am doing the rest of the stuff. Okay, so all those are in place. We're gonna need some power way of connecting our power to everybody, so we'll just go with one of these, and we'll do our usual, just tuck it in the corner right there. One right there, one right there, one, yeah, no, that did not go to the spot it wants to be there. No, I want it to be there. Let's be accurate here. And then we can connect up these machines. Yeah, you bet, buddy. Okay. And then we gotta go all the way to the back here, so we'll put one here. What I'd like to get is, I'd like to get the power line lights, like they look like the, you know, strings of Fiscmas lights, to do all of the decorating instead of just the kind of plain power lines here. Let's get the fancy vans in, but that's kind of why we have to get this up and running. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The answer is the egg, by the way. That is the answer. It's not a question of, oh, it could be either. No, the egg came first. A near chicken laid a chicken. There could not be a chicken without having that chicken come from an egg. Oh, thought I'd clear that up for y'all. All right. Okay, so that's good there. Where we're getting our power from, our power is going to come from over here, which is, we can just go down to here. Like so. Let's do that. And then I can go grab a window. And I think I'm going to stick with the kind of classical looking type window there. Again, need a holding piece, then we can grab our window. Might as well just do the entire top row here. The nice thing about the Satisfactory is it's easy to put sections up. In fact, it's easier to put them up than it is to take them down in a pure time sense. All right, let's go across like that. There we go. Okay, and Yep, that's right. Let's get rid of all of these guys here. Not that, again, I am getting distracted too much. I do need this upper wall, though, so I can put in the pass-through for the power. So we'll go back like that. There we go. Okay, so now I need to get into my build menu here, not into my inventory, and I need to grab one of these colors right here, and we'll drop you right there so that we can take one of you and go right to there and to there. Yes, that will work. Okay, so you guys are all powered up and juiced up and ready to go, so we need to get underneath, connect their inputs. Suppose I should figure out what you guys want to be fed. That might be useful. What do you guys want to be fed? Fix biscuits. Okay. You're into that crowd. Yes, that is the correct place. Okay, so for joining, we can just use some straightforward splitters down here. So we'll go into here, grab our splitters, and point you which direction? Yeah, I'm gonna go back and replace a lot of the concrete walls with the normal Fiscmas pattern walls, which allow better coloring. I'm just gonna do that after the fact once I kind of get the rest of the buildings in. Just kind of avoid the being just overly distracted, which is, already a bit of an issue. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go like this instead of these guys going that way. So yeah, I am gonna be painting that once I kind of got everything else in, or if I'm kind of now waiting. So it's the fill-in time activity, I think. All right, so I'm gonna bring the trees from the outside ring in, so let's point that guy's input going that way. And then we can go over to here and connect you into there. One of these things is not like the others. It was that one. He wanted to be different. We don't do different here. Different is bad. Okay, no, I'm kidding, by the way. Different is good. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations, man. Core Vulcan belief. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Okay. Is that everybody? That is everybody. 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 And there you go. Let's get all of this belted up. And then I'm going to have to go find me some prezzies so I can feed them into the machine here, but let's get a place to put those prezzies. So we're gonna grab nope, misclick. We're gonna grab one of these guys here. Of course it doesn't want to hang from the ceiling, but we will force it. You must obey. There you are. And let's just do some nudging. There we go. All right, so we can put that in there. So that'll be like a gift buffer. And I'll throw somewhere over the rainbow where we have presents that fell from the sky onto our little head. 'Cause they're present somewhere hiding in this inventory list they are. And now they flow. And now I have no more on me, so must I now go get some more gifts. I don't know where this is going or where it even came from, but make it stop. Okay, more prezzies, please. I need prezzies. Lots and lots of prezzies. Can I get some prezzies? There's some prezzies. It's like a cross between an Easter egg hunt and Christmas morning. Okay, there's some more over there. Yep, come on. There we go. And look for the sparkly trails. 4 over here, 5 over here. And another one. And some more over here. Okay, let's get back to... I should be able to go back into the hover, as I should be close enough to power. Yes, I am. Now I can come back here. Throw some more in. Prezzies. There goes a couple of more prezzies. Okay, that should get these guys going well enough, and so I can get the 50 and the 50 I need to unlock the Fiscmas gift tree, because then I don't have to go running around gathering them anymore. I can just set them up. Maybe I actually should be putting a 4 out on here. Like, oop, nope. Let's just keep coming on a little bit further. Like so. Just to make sure I have enough room for what I'm thinking I want to do. Like so, and it's not about the end, it's about the prezzies we find along the way. There we go. No, don't fall. Please come back. Alright, so before I get myself any more involved and dizzy going around in the circle, let's grab a trainee station here. So I'm going to want the tracks to not fall. No, don't fall. Don't stop falling. Please stop falling. Get to the power. Get to the chopper. All right, I'm up. There we go. Okay, so I actually need the track first, so I'm gonna run the track along here in a lovely circle. So that would put you right about there. Yes. Then we grab our train station. Where do I want to go? Clockwise or counterclockwise? It feels like counterclockwise would work better. Let's get this guy lined up here. Go that way by one? Yeah. Okay, and then we can grab our track again. Let's go around the partial circle this way, because then I can just directly curve in. How does that fit in? Is that okay? No, we can actually come in by one. It doesn't matter. Nope, that doesn't matter. Let's just get the track in. Where's the dividing line? There it is. So we're just going to go around the circle here again with the track. Now I hope I am leaving myself enough space here for the buildings that I'm going to need. Let's go in here and we'll call this Fiscmas Station. It doesn't have any power, and it won't have any power. We're going to have to go grab a tap line. Where is your power connection? It is on that side. Okay. Let's grab... no. No folly. No folly. Let's grab our lights. So we'll put a light right here. Not a 45, I want the straight. There we go. So we'll put one there. We'll put one there. We'll connect you to the station. To the station. Connect you to you. There we go. And I should be able to fall to my doom. Ow. Alright, that was somewhere around here, I think. Let's get this guy lined up, but... Annoying! Please, just squeeze between the crack. Get up there. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's move and nudge until that power line... what do you mean overlapping? You know, the clipping me... Come on. Ah! Okay, I gotta... Let's bring this over here first so I can stop falling. Spending more time recovering from going down than from actually... or actually doing the thing I need to do. Okay, so that can go and hold there. We'll hit H. And close enough, can't see the power wire. Yeah, you just keep falling slowly. Thought that was just hanging there for a minute. And then we can plug you in, and guess what? You are all powered now. Yeehaw! Okay, let's bring the train around and get the rest of the circle closed up. And that will come to there. That is a very bright flashlight they give us. Or for international viewers, a torch. And when I mean international, I mean specifically just, you know, other English-speaking countries, because I don't speak other languages. I have a very, very tiny smattering of German, but otherwise I barely manage, I can only manage to mangle English on the regular. As anyone who spent 5 seconds listening to me knows that, yes, mangle English is probably the best description. Okay, now we can get this circle all finished off. So we'll keep coming out like that. Whilst I'm here, let's see how these guys are doing. No, there we go. We got our 50 between the two of these guys. So we'll grab... Oh, you did really good there. Okay. Of course, that is a MAM, which is nice, so we don't have to run back to the hub, but we can now... Boom.
You can now finally automate gift production with the Fiscmas gift tree and focus your attention back on tasks of actual importance, like not questioning where the gifts are coming from, and improving your infrastructure.
Yes, thank you, Ada. That's exactly what my plan was. All right, so we're gonna get the rest of the foundations in here now that I have that, and then I'll of course have to figure out what the next thing I need to do is. But for now, I just want to get the production unlocked, and we'll get our choo-choo going around the track. Would be nice that, you know what, do I need to have a no, because it's an autopilot, right? I can't just, you know, hit the go button and walk out of a train. It does need to have a destination for it to work. So unlike a kind of conventional toy train, which you can just turn on and send it off in its happy little way, these guys are working trains. They have jobs to do, and they don't like just to play around. They're very dedicated little choo-choos. And you don't quite fit, so we'll come to here. And there we go. Okay, so we have our tree ring. Let's clean up the compound here a little bit. Like so. There's a purple slug up there. I should grab one of these days. Okay, whoops, wrong button. We want choo-choo. Hey, Mr. Choo-choo. And then we want, I'd say, let's go with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Can I put something in here? Yes, I can. So we're gonna do just some splitting. I'm gonna throw some Toblerone because, you know, Xmas. Toblerone and Fiscmas and Christmas, right? Everyone got their giant Toblerone bars, usually from a relative who had a fly-in because, you know, they were at the airport. Then we can come in here with our customizer and we can grab some colors. So we'll go red for you. We'll go blue. We'll go green. I don't have a nice green here anywhere, do I? I got browns of all shapes and puke greens, but not a real actual green. So we're gonna have to go into our customizer here, find out. Oh yeah, I'm never gonna. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna put that as bubblegum. Sure. Never thought I'd actually not override bubblegum. I am gonna use this one here for my green. So we're gonna go shiny, nice kind of vibrant green there, not this kind of muddy one. It should do it, and you get to be green. So we got red, blue, green, and yeah, I do actually should have a yellow or one of these guys. There we go. See, we got some little color on the choo-choo here. Let's give him a route. So you get to do the one and only Fiscmas station, save changes, turn on self-driving, and let the tree do its thing. Okay. So now we got that. Now we can move into and getting these guys set up. So they're just a tree with an output. And I'm gonna put a tree. Ooh, I need lots of materials. Okay. So let's start over here and make sure that the resource that is needed for the trees is in fact the primary fill. And not the Phil Dumpy. I don't know what the random shit I'm saying is half the time. Okay, so let's turn you around like that. And of course I can't make any more, but Seems to be I probably have a bunch of these guys. So we'll get as many of these in as possible. And get all the blues. I'll be a blue Christmas without you. I'll be a blue Christmas. Okay, yep, let's go to there. You can go there. You can go there. Where'd my choo-choo go? What are you doing there, choo-choo? Are you ever planning on leaving that station? Oh, poop. Nah, you just won't go around in a circle, so I'm gonna have to do something different with you, but that's okay. I got an idea. In the meantime, I need some gifts now. Hey, you got some gifts for me? Are you producing any gifts yet? Let's get some going underneath. We'll put one of those there. We'll put one of those there. We'll put one of those there and there. And while I'm here, we can put that there. Then we hook you up. Now, I don't remember how many you produce. So I'm gonna go fix. Actually, let's just do tree. Fiscmas gift tree. No, let's go in. I want the in here, please. That's what I want. Tree. Fiscmas gift tree, you produce 60 gifts per minute. Okay, so what is your hunger? You need 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, 2 trees should be able to supply that line. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. And it just so happens I have the line pointing out right there. So now we can come in with a merger. Like that. Maybe back you up a little bit. And into there. And then we grab you. Boop. 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 And boop. And these 3. So that'll supply me plenty, plenty, plenty of gifts. Or these guys. And I don't need to plug you in. Do I? Do I need to plug you in? You should be flowing. Why are you not flowing? Let the gifts flow. Hello. Pleased to be producing. Oh, no, they are. There they go. They are, in fact, producing. I was just being impatient. All right. So we have another input line that is for these guys here. And then we got to get more over to there. But for now, just so I have a supply of gifts, let's bring these guys out to here. There we go. Okay. And of course we can grab whatever happens to land near here. So I've now got a should have a good, solid, steady supply of gifts going into my ornaments, and that means I got a good, steady supply of my ornaments. So we can get the line of trees and carry on. Okay, and let's just keep going. Now I'm out of reds. We'll grab some more reds. There's some reds in here. Got some reds in here. You guys don't seem to be keeping up. Why is that? I should put a counter on the line, but we'll just give you time. If I could save time in a bottle. And okay, now we're loaded up again. Let's continue on our merry tree planting. And put another bunch in. And now what am I missing? I'm missing the tree branches. That means we got to come over to one of these. Hey, let's just grab you for the sakes. All right, you be making me three branches. Like so, and like so. Maybe we could get you being fed now. It's the feds. Which way are your gifts going to come in? Your gifts are coming in right through here. Okay, let's go down here, and they're coming from here, so that is where the gift's going in for both of those lines. Good. Last week's Roland was actually thinking about this week's Roland. What a guy. All right, nothing in here. It's kind of facing the wrong direction, so we're going to take it out. And we are going to just maybe scoot you along here. And I think I'm thinking, he's always thinking, what's with the thinking guy? It's kind of weird that he thinks, not something we do nowadays. Missing red ornaments. Okay, well, fine. We'll go get some more. Suppose I should get a container for those as well. But I just want to get my trees producing here. Like that. And like that. And then we can come out with these guys. Like that. And then we go like that. We grab our mergers. And we're going to send everything in the opposite direction of the tree because reasons that are completely and utterly invisible and not really relevant. You already got something coming out of you, or you've already got a destination. You don't, so we're going to go like that. And yeah, let's get you guys hooked up. That probably could have curve. It's not like there's much curve here, but you know what? Might as well get some curve out of it. And like that. And then we can plug you guys all in. Like that. Let's take you and Let's see if we can't get you to give me a reasonable curve. Just like that. Perfect. That's exactly what I was after. Except I need to do that a little differently. Let's put the merger in here first. Like that. And then we can take our belt and plug you into there, and that should give me, yep, nice curvature there. Roger that. Then I can grab a container. Yeah, let's use the industrial one and put you here. You're gonna drop down by one here, and then we can just throw you into there. Nope. You need to come down by one. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and then we go up to here. Like that. And we'll use the straight connection. That's not going to reach. Yeah, that'll do. And into there. All right. Automated production. Automating. This is going to take me a crap ton of trees. So let's start getting everything kind of into more of a one spot. I'm hoping I can squeeze all of this in here. So we're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a belt in there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yep, that works. Yay. Those clever little game developers. There we go. Cool. Excellent. Thank you. I'm glad that worked. I'm glad that worked. Because otherwise I'd have to take the whole thing apart and try it again. I really didn't want to do that, but if I had to, I would have done it. I swear to God, my poor wife has to listen to this. I really don't think she understood just what she was in for. Okay, so that is not quite gonna work, so we're gonna cheat. We're gonna do it this way instead, which means I'm gonna go like that. Because I can't, the angles and the curves and stuff. Oh, shoot. Well, that's problematic. Well, there's your problem. All right, so we'll go like this. Gotta stop doing that every freaking time. No. Actually, we are going to do conveyor hole. There. And conveyor hole. There. Then we go that way. Yep, default will make the corner, and then we can go like that. And then put that there. Alright, actually, I don't even have to keep you guys crammed in here, do I? No, I don't. What am I doing? I have lots of space out front. Gave myself a giant foyer. Use the giant foyer! Okay, so let's grab an industrial storage, maybe? Will that work? No. Little storage? Nah. 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 Instead, we'll go like that. And like that. And then we'll go up. 1, 2, 2 there. And like so. And then we come up. And away we go. All right. What do you look like? You got a good curve? You going nice? Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Looking good. The reds and the blues. The reds and the blues. All right. And down we go. Let's go find a place to stash these guys. So they're coming out through here. If I grab myself a storage container or two, and try to get them to turn the right way, which is not that way. So what I'm having to do here is look at it underneath, because these guys don't necessarily hang from ceilings well. Almost like they're not built for that. But we have nudgies. We have all the nudgies that we could possibly want. So we use the nudgies. I just have to get it inside. Angle. Hit CH. Drop you through. And get you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Big ass leg. Let's have that giant leg hanging down there, because that doesn't look weird. Okay, fine. We'll do it your way. We'll put one here. And we'll put the other one beside it. You're gonna be all about it. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Just like that, and like that, and then we could just grab some belts and go to the straight functionality and the straight. That looks like hot garbage. Let's use some nice curves here. It's Fiscmas. It's Fiscmas. We can splurge on curves. All right. Okay. How are we doing? Are we keeping everyone fed? You come with me. I have something better for you to be doing. I have you to be doing this. And into there. And into there. All right. Okay. Are we actually feeding? Yep, you got lots. You aren't catching up yet. You need to catch up. So again, it's 5 per minute. So technically, each one of these should be 1 tree's worth. 5, that's 30. Because you are doing how much? 50? I have no idea, because it doesn't let me interface it. Tree. 60 per minute. Yeah, so 2 trees should give me both of those. Oh, here we are. Nothing is ever truly free. Produces 15 gifts per minute. Okay. Your math seems a little weird to me, but that's cool. So 15, 30, so it's, I need 4 trees going into these guys here. No worries. Okay, so that means I'm going to need to grab another... Oh, you know what? Let's just do this and do it the way I intend to do it. Which is to make a big Fiscmas gift cycle. Which is probably best by doing with mergers. So we'll put another merger there. Another merger there. Ooh, this might be a nice place to do some Mark 6 and yeah. What does a Mark 6 look like? And do I have the materials to do Mark 6s? So far, so good. Yeah, I got lots of that, and it's all being fed through the system here. So yeah, we can do this. The maximum speed for these guys. Let's grab another merger. Let's get this whole circuit going around here, because that's what we're going to have. Like that. Go a little further down here. Oh, yeah, the goat. I started working with the goat in kind of my my non-screen playthrough, where I just kind of try things, have fun, blah blah blah. But yeah, it was mostly behaving, but that last kind of 10% was giving me filling me full of rage. Let's put it that way. It just wasn't doing what I expected to do, so I ended up resorting back to Izzy's inventory management. So what we're talking about is in Space Engineers. Pardon me. There's a lot of. It's very much like this game, is that you have production lines and machines all connecting with conveyor systems, blah blah blah. So it's very much a logistics game. And there are mods to make your handling of your inventory smoother. And there's a new one out that is, I'm struggling to get it to do it, bend it to my will. All right, what do you need? You need everything. Okay, so let's go get some more bubbles. And of course, I am going to need to... I could go in a dimensional depot here, couldn't I? Yeah, I got the stuff. Let's put a dimensional depot just to make sure I don't have to keep manually dropping down to here. You're not going to fit in here, are you? Yeah, you are. There we go. Okay, now I don't have to worry about it. We'll just get these guys feeding up into a dimensional depot. Branches. I need to go grab some branches. Oh, I also need to redistribute into here. So I want to make sure I've got 4 trees. So again, we'll come back to... Yeah. Oh, what? Hello? There's no tree up there, is there? No, there isn't. Because otherwise it would allow me to do that. Okay. Let's make sure you have a tree. And what am I missing? I'm still missing the branches. Which are in here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whee! And down we go. Okay. Let's get this next tree in. Like that. And then we get sure you are connected. And make sure you are connected here as well. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and just grab a split right here. Belt turns too sharply to attach. Okay, well, you know what? We can we can do something about that. Oop. Can I get you? Yep, that'll work. That won't work. Come on. Get that. Nope, you just don't want to cooperate, do you? Let's grab and go straight. You're gonna be an ornery little bastard. I can see it. I can feel it. Be enough room. Be the room. Okay, that'll work. And then I can go from here to here. Okay, that's going to slow that down until I can get this line going all the way around. My first Mark 6 belts. Whee! Look at them go. Okay, we're going to make a big loop all the way around because I'm going to fill the entire outside perimeter with trees. So we're going to have a lovely little outside forest. But, you know, that is going to take a bit here. So let's... No, why are you splitters? You should be mergers. Oops. You should all be mergers. Damn it. All of this is wrong. It's all wrong. I have to do it all again. I was born in the dark. Mergers. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5, and then we'll put in our merger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put in the merger. Where are we doing the mergers? Second one in? Yep. Second one in. So one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carry on to here. Yeah, actually, we'll just go right there. We'll go 1 there. Let's get you facing the right way, because somehow I forgot to check for that. I assumed. And you know what happens when you assume? Okay, we're gonna need 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one of the things that just is, yeah, sometimes it is just tedious ass work. Especially if you're trying something and it doesn't quite work, or you screw up like I've done now repeatedly on these guys, like the last 3, even though I was warned by me not to do so. Flashlight way too damn bright. I mean, way too damn bright. You gotta make sure that the arrows are going in the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and try to make sure you also have the right count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th one. Which is right there. You're nowhere near being in the right place. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one. And rinse, repeat, and do it again. Oops, I did it again. I placed all the... Oh, hey, look, that worked out almost perfectly. It did too. Not like it really matters because, you know, each one of the ears is going to be a merger somewhere along here for most of them anyway. This is just so I can get the initial curvature and get a lovely little circle of Rezzies going all the way front to back. And then, as I need to draw Prezzies off for manufacturing, I can just put a splitter in the line, midline, and off we go. So that is my plan. And now we have these super fast belts. That should actually work a little better. Oh, that is a big stretch. That's too big of a stretch. Okay, well, we'll interrupt you. Again, it shouldn't make too much difference if the count's a little off here and there, because eventually I will have a bunch more splitters in there. All right. Let the loop of presence begin. Cool. Okay, now we do need to get our other accoutrement dealt with. So we need to grab our, our branchies. Nope, not that much. Nope, nope. Okay. Your candy canes. Your branches, right? Nope, your bows. Where are the branches? The branches are over here. There, the branches. Hello, Mr. Branches. Yep, you are definitely Mr. Branches. We need to get you back underneath, so we're going to put you with one of these. And of course, make sure the belt is going in the correct direction, like so. And then try to find a belt that will connect into there. That doesn't look like hot garbage, like that. That looks like hot garbage. I do not like things that are gonna look like hot garbage. Maybe if we do it that way. That won't look quite so much hot garbagey. If we do that, yeah, that's better. Not great, but better. And sometimes that's all you can hope for. And conveniently, it is right here. Well, that actually works for me. Because then I can do that. Connect into there, and we will go like that because I don't think my belts can make that turn otherwise. Let's actually point you that way. Take you, point you that way, and then we can go and do it again. I screwed it up. Not with a pen. Okay, I had no idea where to go. All right, good. Branches uploading. Awesome. So we can now continue on with our trees. I do need to have presents on me, so let's grab another one of these guys here. And let's see, we'll go, let's see. Have you ever been to sea, Billy? Let's see. Let's bring you through the floor. And kind of get you into a not so awful spot. Like that. I love these dimensional depots. They really are quite useful. Now, you won't connect. That's fine. So we can do a little bit different. Should be able to get away with straight, maybe? No. Okay. And I'm gonna go like that. We'll nudge you over by a couple. Go to default or curve, either one, doesn't matter, as long as I can plug a splitter in and get a regular belt into you. Okay, so that's going to make sure I get some presents flowing up top as well. And now we can get back into some tree planting. All right. And then we can look at what our next research is going to be. All right, we'll wait for that to fill up. I'll take this moment to go fix the choo-choos. So the problem is, of course, the choo-choos do, in fact, need 2 stations to go between. Oh, actually, do it. No, I think I'm maybe, hang on. What am I thinking? I am thinking incorrectly. I should just need switches or signals. So let's grab no. Let's grab track, hit E, that way I can get to my block signal. If I put a block signal there, and another one here, does that give you a path? Does it? Do you? Do you really want to hurt me? Yeah, no. Let's actually also double check. Just to make sure there's not a break in the track, I'm just going to take a quick trip around the circle. Yep, so it's lack a station. All right, let's move the train onto the station and let's get this repaired. Which is just going to entail taking out a section of track here, taking out the choo-choo, section of track there, grab the present, grab the cannoli, leave the gun. And we get our train station here. Now, where do I want you lined up? I want you lined up right about there. I need to move that, and then we'll get the other one lined up. Over by one, over by another, right there. Short bit of track. I have no idea if this is going to work. It might be... Oh, that's too short. Okay. Let's try that again. That goes there. And we have to go 1, 2 that way. Have this guy here. Right on the edge again. One, two. I wonder. Oop, ba-doo-doo-doo. Oop. Wrote the book on love. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if that will work. Yum dee 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 da 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 da. La da dee 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 dee. La 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 la. I am lining up on the wrong one. Jeez, come on, get it together. Sure? Will you work? No, I don't think you are. So we're gonna do it again. And again, we'll keep doing it until we get it right. I feel like I'm quoting something. I have no idea what I'd be quoting, but I feel like I was quoting something there. I mean, if I was saying, F it, we'll do it live. Well, then, yeah, I'd be definitely quoting someone. Well, cleaning it up slightly. Not being quite so uncouth. A famous meltdown by someone who's supposed to be a... Anyway. Okay, so let's go over to here and like that. And now what I should be able to do, you don't have power. Of course not, because I need to reconnect a power line, which I can do right there. That'll energize the entire track. So now I can go to train, edit timetable. You go there, you go there. Save the changes, turn you all on. And watch them go. What is going on with these? Like, seriously, what's going on with these guys? Okay, well, no, they're all cleared up now. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we have the choo-choo. And I might have stalled long enough to actually have enough stuff to keep making my trees. Then take a drink of my coffee. Round, spin. Die, 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 die. There you go. There you go. And that is a lot of freaking trees. Or branches needed per tree. Oof. Almost like it's made out of, you know, branches. Missing tree branch. Well, go faster, please. Okay, well, let's get these guys hooked up. Oh yeah, we need to get these guys hooked up. We got lots here now. We need to be on the right menu. So we want 4-hole there. There. Like so. There. Now, pretty good chance I'm going to end up overproducing on the gifts, but that is perfectly acceptable as long as the line doesn't jam up. Okay, and now we... The problem is not that the branches aren't enough of them. It's one, are they getting enough gifts because I need more trees? And two, the dimensional depot can only upload at a certain speed, and it's got a limit to how much can be held in the kind of the assigned inventory here. So if we go down to the bottom here, I can only hold, I can hold a maximum of 150. And yeah, it's just, it's, the production is, it is a, you know, chicken egg kind of thing, right? Is that I have to get more trees in to get enough production because the machines aren't operating at full speed yet. They're kind of still getting a little starved off. So, you know, it's just you kind of, once you, when you're starting up with a new line, you kind of, conveyor turns too sharply. Yeah, well, screw you. So it's this kind of balancing act between, you know, you need the material to get the material, but you need, you know, you got to get the material to need to, yeah, it's, yeah, it can get a little messy that way. All right, we go there, and that one can go there, and then we can keep the ring flowing. Wow, you're really, really out of place. Why are you so out of place? Let's get you in the right place. Like there. Okay. And we can sample. Make sure you're on curve still. Yes, you are. Oh, what? I need to move that splitter. Because that needs to be a merger right here, which is right there. Put the other merger next to it. That way I can have enough to do the belting. Thank you, Ada. Well, I'm down here. Might as well get more of these in. Make sure everything's going round and round. Like that. Nudge you over a couple, and then we can close you off, and then I can get the splitter and squeeze you in there. Okay. And that actually should go straight into there. Like that. Okay. And then we can connect the lines. There we go. Okay, so let's go check, make sure that they are, in fact, producing enough. So yeah, so you can see that there's only, you know, some of them only got a couple of them in there. So a lot of it has been starvation. I could actually speed these guys up though. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's kind of split the difference and get the best of both worlds here. Is we're going to increase their production to 20. So we're going to go control. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to fully cook these guys. We'll full them up. There we go. So 25, there's 4 machines. So every minute I get 1 Christmas tree. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So we're going to go that. We're going to take Lee's advice, whether we want to or not, because that's what we ended up doing. Not that, you know, it's a negative or a bad thing. All right, so that should get that. Of course, that means it's going to need a ton more gifts going into the trees. So we continue here. And and here. And there. And still waiting for the branches. Okay. Let's go to the MAM and fill some floor holes here. Son of a bitch, it's annoying me. Stop being highlighted. Alright, what else we got going in our holiday event? We can do our snowman. This is actually the critical one here. So let's do this one here. We're going to add that to our to-do list. We are going to go grab a bunch of readies who are just kind of hanging in there. How are we doing in the reds? Okay, I got 375 uploaded. The blues, I think, are producing faster for whatever reason, but we can grab some of these guys here. So I'll grab 100 of those. I have a container, or I am uploading prezzies to here. So we can go grab some prezzies. For that fact, there are prezzies literally scattered all over the damn place that I gotta clean up. We'll grab you. And you. And I've got more than enough now so we can unlock the next one. The next one. Holiday event. The next tree upgrade. I apparently need to have more of the presents on me. And we'll grab another few hundred of them. Once more with feeling. There we go. And research. And our tree gets its upgrade.
Oh, joy. The tree is fancier now. Well done. Unfortunately, you are only halfway there. More appropriate ornaments made with iron and copper can now be created in the foundry. When I say more appropriate, I am referring to the usage of factory materials as a subtle reminder of your purpose on this planet, and the fate of all of humanity resting on your shoulders, of course.
Okay, so now we need to move into the next. I'll get back to the snowman here. He's not super important. The Christmas wreath and the upgrade is not done until we get this, so this will be our next one, and that also gives us our Fiscmas lights. Except, did that unlock? Yeah, so I can now set up another one of these. Okay, I want to fix this. This is not working for me at the moment. So let's grab these guys here. Instead, I want the wall. Come out there and go up a couple, please. And likewise over here. You're going to have that angle. Like that, and then we'll come up by a couple. And putting the roof on this one is going to be interesting with the kind of wedge-shaped walls. Yeah, I didn't think of that one there, did you? But that is all right. We will make it work. I mean, we got the train to run. We can do anything. Okay, and then we gotta come from across the front here. And the easiest way to do that is to, again, grab one of these beams and kind of figure out where your halfway mark is, which looks to be right about there. Not really, but sure. All right, door. If I was a door, I would be right there. We'll put a door in. Let's get you guys going upward. That way I can replace you with some window glass. Fortipas. You are all too low. Okay, good to know. Good to figure this shit out too late. There. Put you there. You can go there. Let's replace you now. There. And then we can do something like that. Okay, for the iron and there are some weird graphical things happening around here. I don't like it. Okay, there. For the next building, let's doing it for themselves. Don't know what that means. Who's doing it for themselves? Sisters, that's who's doing it for themselves. Sisters are doing it for themselves. I am definitely just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing next here. So my brain is just throwing out whatever kind of crap comes into it. Imagine an evening when you see a stranger. When you see a stranger across a crowded room. I need, I think, a little bit more space here, so I'm going to move that backward. And we'll go up 3 floors. I think I'm just going to keep this one a little bit more... More what, man? More what? No freaking clue. I didn't want that. Can I make anything out of that? Not particularly. But we can come back by one. Then we can go. Sure, why not? Have like a little foyer out front. Get rid of all that nonsense. I got rid of all that nonsense. 1 minute too early, or 1 wall too early. Like that. And let's go up by 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, let's grab some roofing material. These can now be replaced. without worrying too much. And like that, and like that, like that. Okay, let's grab our roof again. You can stop touching me. He's touching me. And we need a guide. Rid of these ones. And then we can go over to the side. Take on through to the other side. Take on through to the other side. Take on through. Take on through. Oh. Peek. Yay! It worked. That. And that can go. Likewise, these two can go. And shoot, actually, no. No. You actually you do have to stay there. Ah. Yeah, when you're working with weird shapes, it breaks the brain a little bit more. At least for me. And then you get this kind of stuff happening. Okay, well, that's clearly not quite what I want. So what we have to do is we move you over by 4, and we move you down by 4. Then I take a flat piece, which can be peaked there, and then we go back to wow, absolutely none of this is correct. Okay, good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that gonna be about right? Yeah, that should be about right. Make my life easier. Yeah, that'll work. That's how we do it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's the big symmetry fights. Okay. Means you're gonna go here. You gonna go there. And then we go back down to there. That's better. Okay. We're going to take it back this way. I haven't even gotten near the machines that I'm trying to build, and I actually forgotten what damn machines I'm trying to build. What am I going to be building in here? Is this assemblers? I have a funny feeling this one is going to be assemblers, so let's see what I need. I almost checked. No, it's still not. All right, what do you need to make your fancy ass ornaments? Or foundries. Okay, so now we're into foundries. So that's going to need red and blues. So we are then going to have to transport the red and blues over to here. This is where we might have to start increasing production again. But, you know, that's why I kind of build it in such a way as that can be done. Now, how many... And do I need this building to be actually this ass big? Let's take some floor bits out here. I need to get a little bit more squared situation going on back here. Oh, I'm running up against the train station there. That's okay. We are just about through. Okay, so roof. And let's get the zoop up. And all the way to the back. Like that. Well, I definitely think this is going to be a big enough building once I get it done. All right, and now let's bring you guys back like that. Actually, before I do that, let's get the other flooring in here. Because what I actually want to do is cut across like these. So when I put the foundries inside there, I actually have some nice, straight, clean lines. I might, just the way these end... Oh, actually, I might do this for the back wall, or I might not. But you know what? We'll decide that. I am gonna have to take a quick break here, and then we shall finish getting our floor in. So hang around, guys. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna get the windows going across here. And we come across like that. All right. Now I can do some repair work here on the rest of the flooring. But like I said, the kind of important part was to make sure I had some straight lines to put those foundries on. So let's run all these guys back in. Like that. Okay. Use the wall and into the space. So we have a center line and then we have two. So our foundries. How many we can get in here? We can probably get I don't know. How many can I get in here? Not quite 4. Like, What's the best way to do it? Would it be like this? Because then I could actually get 4. Yeah, that's probably the best way, is this way. So put one there. Make sure we're kind of lined up and centered up. One there. Another one can go there, and then we come over to this side here so that you guys are kind of facing each other like there, and there. Cool, cool, cool. And then on this side, oops, 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 oops. Nope, we gotta move them. We are encroaching into the center line, which we don't want to do. So we need to come this way by 1. There we go. And I should still have enough room over here to squeeze you in. You in, McGregor? I don't know why I made these jokes sometimes. Yep, okay. And again, put stuff in, take stuff out, put stuff in, take stuff out. It is the endless cycle of the Satisfactory. There we go. And there we go. So now I should be able to, let's lose you. Grab you. Put you there. You there. You gonna go as there. Let's turn you appropriately so you can go there. You can go there. And you can go there. Lovely. All right, what are you going to be making? You're going to make the coppers. Yeah, copper. You are going to make the iron. All right, and now we need to see how we're doing on trees. Let's see how many more trees I can get in here. And then I'll go over and start moving the reds and the blues. And you guys got turned weirdly, you two. Ooh, I can get lots of trees in now. Look at all the trees. Yes, look at the trees. This back wall is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? I'm going to have to move that wall. Yep, there's no and if or buts about it. I have to move and fix that back wall, but that's okay. I haven't done anything else on that building anyway. All right, let's go there. And I'm going to keep going around until that should see 2 more trees, and then we'll connect all these guys up. So we're going to lose that, as we're going to put in our merger here, and there, and there, and there. You'll get the line moving again. You are not in the right place. Not the right place, man. He's just not in a good place. Okay, now you are. And make sure we're on curve. Yep, there we go. How did I just use mark once? How bizarre, how bizarre. Let the gifts flow. Ooh, that's a lot of flowy gifts. Nice. Okay. Now we need to go back down through. So we go boop. And a boop. And a boop. And then we delete the tree and we put it back where it's supposed to be, which is right there instead of wherever the hell it was before. And we'll go there and there. I hate it when the silly mouse wheel. There we go. All right. Production is going. We are almost halfway around with our trees, which is good. Okay. Let's just kind of make sure you guys are all producing. Yeah, you got lots of Giphy prezzies. You got lots of prezzies. You got lots of prezzies. You got lots of prezzies. And we can double our production of both of these because, again, I left enough that I can use my power crystals. I'm not going to worry about this back wall here yet. I don't think I want it curved. Maybe I will keep it curved. I have to think about how I'm going to do the walls back here, or the roof line anyway. But in the meantime, we need to get some reds to come over to this side and some blues. So we go down into here. Let's figure out where we're going to come into and where I need to go. Where did you come from? Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? And do I have the snowman yet? No, I haven't unlocked the snowman yet. But I do have candy canes. I have candy canes. Candy cane. Candygram. There we go. What can I do with these guys? Not really much. Put one there. And put one there. There, decorations. Okay. So where do we want to do our connections? I think we are going to kind of keep it on the down low. I'm going to bring the reds and the blues over here, because the ores are kind of almost directly below. So that kind of worked out completely and utterly randomly. Why are you weird? Why are you being weird here, man? Why are you being weird, man? Stop being weird, man. Okay, well, no, you're not being weird. That's good. It was totally being weird. That can go there. 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 And there. Okay, now red comes over here. And let's go underneath. All right, so you are going to be all of my reds. That means I need a splitter here. Or no, sorry, these are the blues. These are the blues. These are the blues. Splitter there. Splitting the difference there. And there. Just for kind of keeping things cleaner, move these guys over a little bit. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do it this way. And then we can line up here. Actually, maybe what I'll do is line you up here. We are going to have you going in that direction. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You know how awful this looks. Now, keeping in mind that I'm never going to actually be looking at it that often, so as long as it's not utter rubbish, it should be okay. Okay, so blue container is not you, is you. Wow, we really do a lot more blue than red, don't we? Why is that? Why is that? Let's go have a look. May have to do some balancing already. All right, so the blues are doing 10 per minute. You're only doing 5 per minute. Okay, well, that's lovely. You know what? Screw you. Control C, Control V. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. That didn't work. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Did that work? That worked. Alright, so now we're producing more reds. Because apparently the reds are more valuable. They even get mixed with copper, which is a more rare element. Okay, so getting the blue over to here should be a pretty straightforward operation. Like I can almost just draw a straight line as is. To, let's say, to there. And you are blue. Sorry, pardon me. So you can go to there. Nopals, nopals, that is a big ass nopals. We're gonna instead go to here. Then we will connect to nowhere. I's a real nowhere man, living in his nowhere land. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Alright, that's fine. You know what? You just do your very, very interesting thing there. What the hell was that? Are you gonna work? Yep, okay, that worked. That's better. Okay, and then across to there. And somehow I still managed to screw that up. But that is okay. There is a bit of curve there. I'm just making excuses. That is a very intentionally. I'm just going to ignore whatever the F happened there. As long as I can bring Mr. Reds along with Mr. Blue. I am Groot. Mr. Blue, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 opening song, Little Groot dancing. These are the references my brains draw. Yeah, that should kind of give me a... No, that's giving me a weird thing going on there. But at least I know where I can get to, so let's lose that. And then we can come back to here, and then I can go from here to here and have a nice clean line. There we go. All right, blues and reds filling. Let's go grab some iron and copper. So the iron is right here. Where is the copper? The copper. The copper. The copper is right there. There's the copper. All right, copper. Okay, and... Oh, hello, you. Let's just take care of that with... Reload. Make sure I have a full mag. And... grab a full mag. Let's get you filled. All right. Okay. Oh, I guess I can pick this stuff up. And grab some of you. What are you good for? Myself? Yeah, well, wood, mycel, and leaves. Okay. Alright, just curious what you get out of a cactus. Okay, so now we need to get the iron up top. And I think I should be able to do that just... Yeah, okay, that's good. I think all those inputs are going to work fine for me. So we'll do a usual underground setup. And nudge you over by one. Let's get these guys in place. Like that. Like that. And of course, the nudge. One of the best things a game could absolutely have is a way of fine-tuning and your placements. I love that feature. I absolutely love that feature. Just the PTSD nightmare memories of trying to place things manually. And sometimes the absolute dumb effery you need to do to get it to work. You have to build an almost a half a bloody building just to be able to get one block in. All right, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to put, yeah, we're going to do it this way, and we're going to have the splitters go in that direction, like that. You are going to come in from this side, though, like that, and then we're going to come in with these guys, and we'll drop down 2, like so. Drop down by 2. Drop down by 2. Not a crap ton of excitement on this episode, is there, guys? A 100%. I wish SE had that. Almost every day that I play the damn game, I wish I had a nudge. My kingdom for a nudge. Alright, so those 4 go into there. Then these 4... Oop, that is some ass funky kind of trap you're trying to do there. Oh. One of the... Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. That's because you're the input there.
Input. Johnny 5 alive.
Steve Gutenberg, Ali Sheedy. In the movie Short Circuit. That's a polite way of saying that. What's this insane bastard doing this time? Okay, so now I want to come this way. So we're going to drop that line down by 2, just so I can get the iron into here. Like that. Okay, so, hey, dude. Can you excuse me? Whoa. Yeah, thank you. Come on. Come on. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Thank you. Okay, let's get some floor down. We're gonna go like that and drag you guys out because we're gonna get a good old standard mining hut on top of here. And we'll do the same thing here on the copper side. At least as far as I can reach with my power line. And then we'll, of course, we'll have to bring power down to them. But we can get the foundations, and I'm holding down the control key so it all snaps to the grid. Okay, and then we go into our special... No, we don't. We go into our blueprints. We go into our main one. We do a thing called a search for a hut, mining hut. And we place it on the foundation. I should probably put the miner in first. Which is you. Yeah, I can see there I'm going to need to make that go a little bit further. And then we need another one. I need to go make some miners. These are all excess. We can move those guys there. Now let's get to a workshoppy. Might have to build a workshoppy. Yep, I'm going to have to build me a workshoppy. Can I build a workshoppy out of that? Nope, that is all the fancy stuff. I need to go in here to get my equipment workshop, which you can go right there. All right, 3 portable miners. Let's have a look here and see. Oh, I can get me some snowmen. Yeehaw!
You can now make actual snow from gifts. And by actual snow, I mean it is constructed from chemical elements. With this actual snow, you can now make Fiscmas snowmen, which are proven to improve pioneer socialization and combat loneliness. Having too many snowmen, however, has proven to be detrimental to a pioneer's health.
Okay, so that's another production line that I'm going to have to set up, which is snow production. It's snow production line, I tell you. That was funny, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Anyway, moving on.
No disassemble.
God, the 80s were such a good freaking decade for movies. Like, 80s and 90s, I swear to God, were some of the best movies that have come out. Like, nothing has topped them since then. Now, I don't know if it's prejudice because of, you know, I was the kind of more or less at the age of being the target market and everything like that, but my God. You know, it's not like we're gonna, you know, everything what we've seen since then has just been a bad hash attempt at, you know, capturing fire again. And like typical Hollywood productions and producers, they screw it up because they don't understand anything about their audience. They're too busy counting numbers, and then they get in their head, and it's just a bunch of mediocre white dudes that once again think they're the fucking center of the universe. Sorry my language on that one. And won't listen to anyone. They'll know best, and yet every decision they make is absolute shit. And I mean absolute shit. Alright, that can go there. Now, I do have a power line down here somewhere. Yes, I do. Right there, in fact. Which means I think we should put some street lights out here. So I'll grab a 45, which can go here. And then we bring you over to here. I'm going to have to move that hut a little bit. Where am I? And now we'll just put this. No one will notice. Like that. Yeah, I mean, E.T., Raiders, all the Raiders movies, Terminator, Aliens, movie Short Circuit, the movie we're just talking about. You know, just a cute little movie full of heart. Ghostbusters. Like, every freaking great movie. Now all we're getting is recycled dreg. Because, you know,
Yeah, it was popular back then. Let's just do it again. Except we'll make it new actors and we'll completely miss the point of what the damn thing was about in the first place. Ha ha! Aren't we smartical? Because we so smart. We know what our audience needs.
Like, it's the disdain they have for their audience.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of dumb rubes. We know what's best for them. They'll eat whatever. They'll watch whatever we put in front of them.
Like, screw you. And then they have the gall to take the talent and try to replace them with AI. Because it'll save a buck. Meanwhile, the only people who in the entire process who should have AI replacing is them. Because they do nothing. They add nothing. They don't even deal with the money because, you know, it's not even really their money. It's just, it's all so very, very disappointing and frustrating would be the words I would use. Like you saw that whole, I don't know if any of you guys count that with Disney, is that Disney is basically saying, yeah, you guys can use our intellectual properties with AI any way you want. Because, you know, let's build the AI bubble, which is built on nothing but lies. It's literally bank fraud what these guys are doing. Like, the AI companies have yet to turn any profit. They have no sign of turning a profit anywhere in the near future. But, you know, they make promises. So they go and they take out loans to develop their products. And then, of course, those loans come due because their product has made not one dime in revenue. They take out loans to pay back the first loan. So they're literally paying back their loans with loans, which if any one of us did that would be bank fraud. Like, wow. But no, it's, you know, they're good business, man. All right, rant over. Let's keep working on this. I mean, the rant's not really over, but let's just get this stuff done. Okay. Let's stay happy. I think happy thoughts. Happy thoughts, like these guys burning in hell. And we go like that. And like that. Okay. Okay. Like, Lethal Weapon 5. Who asked for a geriatric Lethal Weapon? Like, seriously. Lethal Weapons 1, 2, 3. Like, the whole Lethal Weapon series in the 80s and 90s, it was great. Before we knew Mel Gibson was a crazy piece of, you know. Why the hell would we want a Lethal Weapon 5? Like, what idiot thought that was going to be a great idea? Like, it's pandering, insulting BS is what it is. I'm sorry, I can't leave this one alone, can I? Came for the gameplay, got the politics. All right, we need to move the stuff over that way now. I don't really want to cut down the tree, but you are in my way, and I'm actually not going to blow you up. I'm going to be surgical with this one here. Because I want it... Wow, that was violent. Because I wanted to, you know, retain some of the terrain here. You know, we may be making everything really nasty. Geriatric whip, yeah.
Lethal Weapon 5. The Metamucil Strikes Back.
Oh, you were in the way. Go away, dude. Excuse. Can you excuse me? I'm trying to work here. You know, I don't want to put one between your... Yes, thank you. Move it along. Move it along. Okay. Let's grab here and bring the belt over. Don't want like that. Let's move you guys over just a tiny little bit, so we at least kind of keep things relatively tidy and neat. No, I don't want to go up or keep it level. I do want you to drop down a little bit. There we go. And then we can grab you again. And at some point, oh, you know what? I do actually want to go up here. I was wrong. I do want to keep it flat. Well, what do you know? My subconscious was trying to tell me, hey, dumbass, listen to the little voice in your head. So that when we come to the ion, we can move both belts along. There we go. What looks so sad there, Lee? The promo images? The three old men? And I mean nothing against Joe Pesci or... damn it. My brain just farted out. Oh, I know that again. This is my brain. This is my brain. It just completely. Danny Glover, for God's sakes, jeez. Nothing against Joe Pesci, Danny Glover. I mean Mel Gibson. Yeah, everything against Mel Gibson. Oof. There's not really a shocker, to be honest, but I suppose it's that generation. It's more of a shock when they aren't racist pieces of garbage. But, yeah. Never heard any of that from Pesci or Glover, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I've heard more than enough about Mel Gibson's beliefs. But even still, like zero frickin'. The thing is that they finished the series, though. They actually had a good, complete run. You know, Riggs' character found stability. You know, he found someone that he can again form that relationship with because, you know, the death of his wife and, you know, murder and stuff like that. And he found someone who can, you know, stick with him and, you know, a woman who could take care of herself, to be honest. So where else was there to go? I can't. I mean, if you want to see these characters doing their shtick again, go rent the damn original movie. Like, why is that such a hard thing? You know, we have this thing called digital storage. I just can't leave this rant alone, can I? You were the copper, so you are the upper belt. And we're gonna go and point you that way. So that way I can grab one of you and make it look like you're hanging off that splitter there. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, that'll do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But I mean, your statement worked on my point, too. Okay, we're going to... yeah, actually, hey, look at that. It's all at the right height. It's good. It's, again, almost like I had some form of plan. Okay, so there's our copper. And then our iron is going to go in right here. And we'll come up by that too. Grab ourselves a lift. And go that away. Did I want to go that way? No, I didn't want to go that way. I want to go the other way. The other way. The other way. Not that way, this way. Which way? This way. That way? No, this way. That way. So we can plug you in on a... Nope, we'll come out like that. Go to the street. Like that. Nice clean line. Let's connect underneath. And then plug you guys in. And up to there. No. Yes. No. And let there be iron. Okay, so that is iron, copper, red, and blue. Now all I need is to plug you in. And we are going to grab, not the 45, we're going to grab the straight one. Actually, let's grab a double. One of these instead. Let's try to find the copper orientation for you, which will be like this. So we'll pull you away now. Yeah, look at it. Yeah. And we need a wall pass through, so we'll put that one right above there, like so. And then what are we going to do in here? Well, one thing we do absolutely need in here is some freaking lights. So let's go get our light panel, which can go there, and put you there. Drop down by one and go boop, 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 boop. Yeah. And actually, let's remove you and do it right, which is come down by one from there, down by one from there, and down by one from there. Alrighty. Now, power-wise, we need, let's run a beam. It's going to go run to the back here. Go across to here. And across to there. And across to there. Like so. Right. Now we can just hook up some power lines. I don't usually use this overhead technique, but you know what? When it's the thing that'll work, it is the thing that will work. As we can go like that. We can go to here. We'll go all the way down to the end here. Let's plug you into there. You can go into that machine. You cannot go into any of those machines because your lines are weird, but you can absolutely do that. You can go up to there, and then we can go into that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure we connect you fellers. What are you guys looking for? You're still looking for your ingots. Why are you now getting ingots? I don't know. We'll go look soon. Okay, and there we go. And plug you in, plug you in. Everyone plugged in now? Nope, you're not. You need that, and then we go to... Then we upgrade this one here to a Mark II. And while we're at it, we might as well upgrade you to a Mark II, and that way we can plug in another line. Alright, why are you guys not getting your ingots? What is going on with your ingots? What is going on? Oh, okay, well, I can see why you're not. Oh, oops. We have a bit of a problem here. Gonna need to fix that. With this, let's see why you're not having your ingots, because you need to go into there. All right, so iron, everything's going to here. Now, I haven't done anything really stupid and gotten these guys mixed up, have I? No, you should be pulling in iron ingots. Why are you not? What is the deal here? I haven't gotten these backward. I'm not having some sort of episode, am I? Like, what's the deal here? Like, I don't have my copper and my iron mixed up, do I? No, see, iron. Oh, damn it. Damn it, Jim. Ingot, ore. Very different things. Crapola. Which is completely and utterly polluted lines here. Crapola. Okay, well, yep. Let's quietly and with great embarrassment fix this. Ingots and ore are apparently very different things for some reason. Like, who knew? Anyone who's ever played any kind of frickin' factory game, that's who. But you know, let's not get hung up on semantics. All of this needs to be done completely different. I haven't done any math on the calculation of how many smelters I'm gonna need. Suppose I should figure that out, but screw it. I don't feel like it right now because I'm too angry with myself. Because those lines are going to be a pain to clear. How much are you doing? You're doing only 240. Oh, that's because you're shitty. Let's get you up to your 600. What are you doing over here? Hey, bird. You're also doing 240, so let's get you up to 600. Because they're just normal. Thank you. Keep it moving, bird. Keep it moving. You live inside there now. Okay, so what do I got for production lines? So into my blueprints here, construction lines. No, we want building. No, I want construction lines because I want smelting. Iron smelter. That's actually good for 240, come to think of it. But that is fine. We are going to put an iron smelter down here. So, where's your inputs?
Input.
That's your input. There's your output. Yep, that's your output. Cool. Let's go grab ourselves a copper smelter, which is exactly the same building. Just with different programming. I'll probably take those power crystals out, because I think these guys do only work at a maximum of 240. Let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Yeah, 240. Perfect. Okay. Hello, Mr. Bean. If you would be so kind as to move along, move along, move along. And then we can go up here. Can't believe I freaking did that. Like, that was one of the more duh moments of the day. Yeah, straight won't fit. That's fine. Or we can come all the way across here now. Go up by a little bit. And like so. And then we can go across like so. And then over here, over here, over here, over there, over here, over there, over there. And we going that way. And you don't quite fit. I mean, why would I want you to fit? That would be silly of me. It's those kind of things that just take the frickin' wind out of my sails. It's like, can't believe I was that stupid. Oh, that is not happening like that. No, no, no. No, we are going to do that. And we are going to not do that. No, that's about right. That's actually okay. I think that should be okay. If I go across to here now. I don't think that's too... Back up, it's exactly horizontal. Perfect. Okay, now that we have those guys hooked up, let's figure out where the power is going to go in. Where is the power? There is the power. Let's turn the switch on, I guess. These were made back in the day where I actually gave a damn about whether or not there were priority switches and circuit breakers and all the fun stuff. I have since decided, nah. Alright. Let's grab... I want to grab one of those so I can bring that power line to there. And then I can go straight into there. And then from here, I can go straight into there. Okay, so yep, they're all powered up now. Let's go connect inside and start getting me ingots generated. We just have to make this little turn here and across to the other side. Like that. And now we gotta flush some lines, so. Prezi, iron, iron. That is my iron here. Oof, I am gonna have to clean this all up. Okay, here we go. All of this was done under false pretenses. I feel like I've been lied to. Of course, I was the one doing the lying, but you know what? Let's not go there and point fingers. And all of you gotta go. 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 All of them have to go regardless of whether or not I can just fix it because they're all full of the wrong stuff. They all have ore when they should have ingots. Damn, I screwed that up, but good. Okay. Are we cleaned? Yes, we are. So again, you are copper over here, so let's grab our splitter. We're gonna have the line still come through this way. And like that. Okay, I'm gonna go up and clean the lines up here. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. I might as well get rid of all of these guys here for now. And you go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. And you go bye-bye. Make sure no more ore shows up. Nope, we got it all. Okay, so far so good. I don't even forget. Oh yeah, making the fancy ornaments. Kind of forgot what I was making over here. Okay. Everyone's staying clean of... Yep, you guys are staying clean of ore. That's good. I could probably start doing some more trees shortly. Alright, okay. So let's go grab our copper. And we'll bring the copper from here. Got some ingots. 1, 2. I think that should be the good height. Nope, I can come down. I need to come down. I need to come down. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the right height? No, I don't know. Well, let's do it this way instead. 5 E, and nope, we want ceiling hanger. So you can go there. You can go there. Try not to fall to my death. Okay, yep, yeah, that's the height you want. Okay, that's fine. Fine. Jeez, stop complaining about it. And then we can come into there. Okay, so that brings ingots to here. Now we need to actually throw them into the building. And then we take the other two up because even as I was doing them, I knew it was wrong, but I just kept doing it anyway. Hey, look, I'm doing it wrong. I'm going to keep doing it wrong so I can do it wrong again. My brain hurts me sometimes. I don't mean that as a headache. I mean it intentionally, maliciously hurts me. Like when I do that. Because my brain is, you know, a bit of an asshole to myself. There, okay. And then we go across. And up like that. And there we go. And I can hear the machines actually working above my head. Yay. Alright, that's the blue boys coming in this way. Let's get our... We're going to go probably from this side because that's where the iron's coming up. So we'll go there. We'll go there. We'll drop down by 2. And I'll face that one that way. And 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Okay, and then we can go into there. You go into there. Wrong button. That button. So I can step off. There. And there. Who did I miss? I missed you. Into there. Okay, now I should have a window full of iron ingots. Yes, I do. One, 2, and 2. Is that where I want you to be? I don't know. Let's just not take weird risks with that. Not like it's a risk. I don't know why I said it that way. There we go. You guys actually aren't really going to be doing anything besides getting in the way. Because we just need to go from here into there. Let the iron ingots flow. You know what? No, I'm going to do a little bit of a modification here, just to kind of keep things neat and tidy. Let's bring you from here to here. Then we'll go over to there. Alright, I've got the fancy stuff going now, right? Everybody doing their thing? Everybody is doing their thing. Everybody was doing their thing. Song to a song that does not ring. Let's clean this building up now. get the roof line in, and then we'll look at what walls we can do to kind of clean things up. Make it a slightly more pretty building. Like, I'm thinking I can get rid of that. Just put one of those in temporarily. Grab a 1 meter, 1 meter, lose the guy. Oh, we can't put a 1 meter here, though. Oh, yeah, I can. I can. No, never mind. I can. I just have to do it that way. We'll have like a little thin window there. Maybe we'll put that one there. We gotta look at a little design patterning nonsense going on there. Let's grab these two out. Put 2 of you guys in here, and then we can drag 2 down here and there, and then we can go there and there. Yeah, sure. Just to kind of break it up a little bit. And over here, I'm going to want to do this, I think, from the inside. Make sure my torch is turned off. So here, I want one of those there, one of those there. Over here, we want one of those, and then over here, one of those. Then we can put a window right here, and one of those, and one of those. Grab a window, put that there. Nope. You want to do that button, and then just move you in a little bit. Okay, and then I don't want that window quite going all the way up to the top, so we are going to add a couple of those in there. And we'll grab our beans. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll start looking better once I start like actual decorating and painting instead of the concrete Santa village. But to really get that up, so things we still need to do is get the snow production line going. And I probably could finish off my trees now. Alright, they're still residing in there. I haven't started dumping them out yet. You guys are all full up. Let's go grab and finish our ring of trees here as much as we can and get them plumbed into the lines. Well, at least I got my train running around. So far, I've got enough. You're going the right way, right? Yeah, okay. And what did I run out of? I ran out of presents. There we go. We'll get those presents built up. And then we can drop down below again. Actually got quite a few in there. Cool. Alright, let's grab our mergers, and then I can just slide these guys into position. Like that. Like that. You're turning too sharply for whatever reason, so we'll Do that. And if you still give me grief, because of course you're still going to give me grief, we'll do it this way. And that way. And just because screw you, I'm going to do it this way as well. Like that. And suddenly nothing is going in the right direction because let's just randomly rotate. Okay, press T in Space Engineers. And then we can grab some beltage. Bring you guys through. That's a serious delay before each section gets drawn in. That's a little weird. But you know what? Hey, whatever. Whatever works. Okay. Now we need to go down. So 5 and grab you. You. Dreams will come true no matter what happens to you. It was fatal. Oh, I really did get quite a few trees in here.
More than I thought.
Oh, that's good. As I'm hoping this is going to be my entire supply that I need for the Fiscmas gifts. And yep, let's get this whole section in here. I'm not going to screw around with trying to slide it along. Let's just do it this way. Just make sure all of our arrows are pointing in the right direction. And then run the belts to the back. Mouse wheel rolled. That's what did it. Okay, there we go. He's suddenly gone quiet. Why is that? Repetitive task make brain stop thinking. Okay, and then we just got to get a few more of these belts plugged in, and then we are 3/4 of the way done with all of our trees, it looks like. Which is fine. We'll just let things build up again. We've got all of our ornaments, so they're all working. We've got our snow unlocked. And we got our second stage of the Fiscmas tree. And somewhere there is a Fiscmas gift hiding underneath. How did you get through? That floor's been there for as long as... Where the hell? Oh, look at that. You managed to get yourself embedded in there. Okay. Cool. I'll fill the gaps and stuff like that. I'm just going to have to kind of do it a different way. I'm thinking, I hope I have enough space here for everything else, but yeah, it's getting a little crowded on this side here, but I think we can start moving some production over here, and if need be, we can always shift things in other places. But I think for now, I am going to land on this spot right here. Nope, that's the wrong button. Let's go over to this spot here just so we can see a little nicer. Should put a radar tower over here somewhere. There we go. Here we'll go in a nice clean mode here with a nice clean screen. Okay, so what do we get done today? We got all of our ordnance being produced. Great. We got our second tier of the Fiscmas tree. We started on and almost completed our entire Fiscmas package supply, so that's good. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for joining us today. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and you've gotten this far, hey, what's it gonna hurt to subscribe? If you'd like to be a channel member supporter, you can hit the join button or hit the link in the description below. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel. Of course, as always, my shout out to good old Lee Barron for being our first channel member. Lee, thank you so very much for your support. I really do appreciate it. But that's going to be it for this week. Thank you again for being here with our Satisfactory. Until next time, be good out there, be safe out there. Most importantly, have yourself a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.